Right, hello everybody and welcome back to another match preview on Gilesy and Steve. Yes, it's that time again where the international break is finally over and we are getting now ready for Hull on Sunday.
Yep, we'll be doing a live stream, me and Stephen. It seems as if every live stream something bad happens.
I know.
I'm talking about the result.
I'm contemplating, we should just knock these live streams on the head because we haven't won one yet this season.
I know, I hope the God it turns around like. And for me, I've been looking at like a bit of research on Hull. I cannot see us losing this one.
Did you say that?
Oh, touch.
But look, it's international break. We've had a good start. I could say performance-wise we maybe dipped a bit, but we've still been grinding out results. So, hey.
I cannot argue with that. Like, obviously, the Leeds game, 2-2.
Yeah.
We're a bit tipsy near the end. I was as well.
Tonight we celebrate. Tonight we do what? We do a Reginald Briss. We get on the piss. Hurry, lads! Come on, Sunderland! I was in the town till 5 in the morning after that game.
Hey, friggin' hell. But no, the game itself, mate, I'm out of the moon that we did grind out a result in the end, like getting a point.
Right. Especially in the manner we got it.
I know, we left it late, didn't
when
we?
that ball went in the air, when I said at the end of the vlog, I said I don't know what happened or how it happened, but I know we got a point.
Comes forward, it drops. Oh, Billy, he dropped it! It's gone through his legs and it's gone in.
You know,
I remember when the ball went up in the air after Brown hit it and it went up in the air and I said Meslier coming out. I sat down and went, for God's sake, and then I heard everyone cheering. I was like, what's going on here?
Well, if you watch the vlog, well, obviously you'll have watched it, but I was recording that bit and I sat down and went, oh, we scored, because I thought he'd collected it. I think the full stadium did.
There was a few choice words you came up with, like on the vlog.
No, I'm going to have to cut that out, like, because it was a bit too much language I used. But anyway, mate, if you cannot celebrate either an equaliser in the 97th minute or even a winner in the 97th minute, then away.
Well, the way the game ended, I know it ended 2-2, but it felt like a win because of how we grabbed it at the end. It felt like a win. Against Leeds, were a good team. They played some good football. I think a draw was possibly a fair result. I think after the game, I was thinking maybe Leeds probably deserved to pinch it, but I'm out of the moon they didn't.
Like you say, mate, it was a good test coming up against a very good Leeds side. I was expected to be up there with the top two, basically. And me and you says, I think this is a harder test than Burnley even. So when it come to it, it was a good test, and they did. You know, at times they got away with it, but they held it on, and we went right to the last whistle.
Well, what we've done this season, especially under Reggie, is even in the games where we haven't been, like obviously we know start of the season a lot stronger performance-wise, like against Portsmouth, against Sheff Wed and things like that. And the performances haven't been that dominant. We've been playing against different opposition, obviously. They haven't been that dominant, but we're still grinding out results. We're still grafting till the end, and that's the positive, the thing that I'm taking from everything.
Well, I tell you what, the Leeds goal, what Rig scored, but the build-up play for the Leeds goal with Roberts, Hume, and then the ball come across.
And second is there!
It was, like you say, the goal, the build-up play was mint.
Yeah. Again. Leaves that by Hume. This is lovely football.
It was like the El Sunderland, like the little pass and goals, the little triangular passes.
It was enjoyable to watch.
It was.
Like so far this season, we have been enjoyable to watch.
We have, and since I just hope, like they say, at the end of the international break, we're top of the league. We can't really have any qualms about anything regarding players in certain positions.
Positive thing you've got to look at as well is, yes, it's now we've had the international break. The first one we definitely didn't want. The second one I think came at an alright time.
Yep.
We've rested certain players, and also we've got players coming back. And playing like Alexic, for example, I know he hasn't been injured, he's been on the bench, but he hasn't featured yet. But he's been playing international. He scored the other night for his team. I'm looking forward to seeing him on the pitch. And also Ballard's had another 2 weeks to recover from his injury. He didn't get played by. He didn't go to the Northern Ireland, so he hasn't played in them games. So he's had another 2 weeks to get fitter. Also Samed. Everyone's dying to see him on the pitch. Champions League experience. Apparently he's mint. I mean, we haven't seen much, anything of him yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing him, and he's nearly ready.
And now, briefly, it's the way you've just put that midfield there. Briefly, you've obviously seen the rumours regarding Henderson. Me and you, until there's a bit more meat on the bone, then we might do a video. But for me, there was just like little.
Well, yeah, I've seen other people with some videos and all that, which is fair enough. But I was contemplating it, but I thought, no, I'm enjoying my break.
I see.
I was like, all it is paper talk at the minute.
It is,
speculation. Because he's from Sunderland, everyone's going to automatically think, oh yeah, he's going to come and all that. But I mean, thing is, I'd be out of the moon if he came back to us. Absolutely out of the moon. But now it's going to happen until January anyway, so it's only October.
Well, my thoughts on it, it'll be class for the experience for the young lads.
Yeah.
The wise head, mate, what a decorative, is it decorative?
Yeah.
Decorative player he is, all the trophies he's won, the experience he's got with England as well as Liverpool. So,
and you've also got the main thing he'll bring is leadership.
Leadership qualities to that midfield.
What made a lot of people realise how good his leadership was during COVID when there was no fans in the ground. And the games were on Sky and you could hear, all you could hear was his voice. All the Liverpool players, like the world class stars like Sullivan and all that, and Mane, looking at Henderson for inspiration and leadership. And but he hasn't come. So
it's by the by.
We'll talk about that later if it happens.
Right then, Stephen. Moving on to Hull.
Moving on to Hull. Sunday,
Hull.
it's a 3 o'clock kick-off and it's on Sky, which is a bit weird. But
it is. It's going to be strange, isn't it?
It is going to be weird, but it is what it is. All this season they've had a bit of a mixed bag. I'd say they didn't start very well. They've won 3, drew 3, lost 3. And they've won all their 3 in the last 5 games. So they lost the last game, they got beat 4-0 off Norwich. But Norwich are flying at the minute, they're getting some good results. And then the 3 games before that, they won in a row, and they won them 3-1, 4-1 and 3-1. So they were on a good run of form, then they played against a good Norwich team, lost. And then obviously they've had the international break.
Well, the game they won 4-1, I watched that, what's he called? Bellumi.
Yeah.
I watched him and he scored 2 goals in that game. I was watching the highlights and he looks like a threat out on that wing. Like I say, he scored from outside the box and I think one might have been, I don't know, I can't remember, but anyway, he scored from outside the box. He did look a threat. But looking at them, last season they finished outside the top 6 and that's what got Liam Rosenior the sacked. He manages Strasbourg now. I know, I couldn't understand it. They did gan for it and they brought in a lot of players. Players were expensive at the end of the day.
And they've now lost.
And they've got rid of 57 goals from certain players that they got for them last season. Now, I didn't know who they replaced them with. I know you've got a few names down there.
I've got a few names down, but I was looking through them all and a lot of them I've never heard of. But they're getting goals or assists and like I say, over the last 5 games, they've grinded out some good results, scoring a lot of goals in the process. They've only scored 13 goals this season. No, wrong, I'm lying. They've scored 12 goals this season, and 10 of them came in the last 4 games.
Oh.
So they've seemed to hit a bit of form, but then the international breaks came, and hopefully they've died down a bit.
Well, I'll quickly mention the players that they have got rid of. This obviously sold Philogene to Aston Villa. He got 12 goals of Tufan, can you remember him?
Yeah.
Living nightmare when we come up against us, 10 goals. Cavallo, the sold him. Brentford, 9 goals. Delap, 8 goals. Aaron Connolly, who we've got obviously 8 goals. Tyler Morton, 3. Ryan Longman, 2. Noah Ahayo, 3. I probably butchered that. And Jacob Greaves as well, who also got a couple of goals. So 57 goals, mate. How are they going to replace that?
Well, like I said, they struggled in the beginning of the season. They've only, like I said, they've only got 12, and like I said, they've got 10 goals in the last 4 games. So, if it is, I mean, a couple of players that they've got Bashir Bellumi. He's got 2 goals this season. Marvin Mellum, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but he hasn't got no goals, but he's got 2 assists. And apparently he's created quite a few of the chances that just haven't been put away. Liam Miller, he's got 1 goal and he's got 2 assists. And Chris Bedier, he's got 2 goals as well.
I've seen a lot of Sunderland fans talking about that Liam Miller. And like
how they would Preston.
Look, they wanted him at Sunderland. Now, he's going to have to be a one to watch as well. But that Bellumi, mate, he does look like a tricky, talented player.
Does he play on the right or the left?
On the right.
Not that it matters because we've got the 2 best fullbacks in the league.
Yeah, no, that's
We'll just move on to Sunderland
me as well.
Obviously, we've covered a bit of the Leeds game. It was that far long ago now. We can't remember much more about it. But like I said, we've got players coming back from injury. I'm not sure if Samad's going to be involved in the squad. I think it still is a bit too soon for him. He'll be getting up to match fitness. But Aaron Connolly, as he briefly mentioned, obviously he left Hull. He's played twice for the under-21s and he scored 3 in them 2 games.
Yep.
So apparently, I mean, I've never been to the under-21s games recently, but people who I know who went to them said that he was a different class. Said he stood out massively by the thing, and he's a goal scorer. He loves to play off the back line. He loves to run in behind, curve his runs.
He was a bit of a poacher the other day against
but that's what you want from a striker, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, like I say, I watched the first game he was in, mate. He runs constantly. He doesn't stop running, and he's quite fast. For a little lad, you would think, he's not as quick as what he was. Mate, he was electric.
Yeah.
I know it's under 21s, a bit different kettle of fish down there, but he does look, like you said, levels above.
Yeah, I still believe Isidore will start. and I think Connolly will be on the bench, but I do believe Connolly will make his debut against his former club coming off the bench on Sunday.
Now, I've seen a few fans, I wouldn't say giving stick, but like highlighting the fact that Isidore didn't have like much of an impact against Leeds, like his hold-up play wasn't quite there. But I just think it was the way we were playing against Leeds.
I disagree.
I think as well.
He didn't have that many shots or any of that, but it was his movement off the ball.
He was effective.
Yeah,
he was very effective off the ball.
He wasn't effective with the ball because he never got it that much, but his movement off the ball, and even like I say football matches most of the time they won off the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds weird because you need the ball to win, but his movement was pulling players away and creating gaps for other players. And that stuff like that kind of experience. I know he's only a young lad, but the way he does that, it's vital.
We were saying that early doors when he got a couple, starting his first couple of games, where he was saying his movement, he looks like a proper striker. You know, when you can just tell the way the run peeling off and making the runs, and obviously getting in right positions. I know a couple of his goals are just tap-ins, but he's got to be in the right place to do that. So I still think he's our number one up to now. Obviously, Connolly, you've heard that he's meant to be getting a start against. No,
not a start, but it's heavily rumoured that he's going to be making an involved. Because like I say, he's done well for the under-21s when he's been playing, and he'll be on the bench and he'll be round to go.
He deserves his chance.
I look forward to seeing him.
Well,
I mean, you've still got my Hendo as well. You've still got my Hendo to come back from injury. So things are looking all right at the minute for the forward. It's been a long time since we've been having a forwards.
He's got a bit of a headache, like Reggie.
But it's good headaches.
It comes to the midfield.
It's not like the headache I have on a Sunday morning. It's a good headache to have.
You know that. But he's got like headaches all over the pitch now. We've got to look at in the midfield where there's probably the biggest headache. You've got Joe.
It will be when everyone's fit.
That's what I'm saying. You've got Joe, Brigg, Brown, Dan Neil. Then obviously the new kids to come through.
And Samed.
It's gone. It's exciting times.
It is.
It is. And then apparently I've seen that. I didn't know if this is true, so someone correct us wrong in the comments if I'm wrong. Reggie's asked for money in January. He wants to be invested.
Well, I've seen that article. I've seen that article, but it wasn't quotes from him. It was somebody saying.
Was it the Football Insider or something?
I don't know who it was, but I said it. But they said he's asked for basically he wants money to invest. So, but I can't see him saying that, Ben, when he's in as a head coach and he's not in charge of the transfers.
And he knows that, though, that's the thing. He knows what he's here for. He's had years upon years of bringing on and had experience with these young players. So to then all of a sudden an article pop out in anywhere and say, by the way, I want X amount of money for certain players.
We all know there's a lot of clickbait out there. And on the Jazz Instinct Facebook page, there's people trying to post all sorts of these links into stories and all that. I just decline them all.
No, exactly.
Because unless it's from a credible source, I look at who it is and it's like,
it's sports daily. If they keep doing it, I just get blocked every time.
It's just a nightmare.
Every single time it does my nut.
It's just clickbait. It's a nightmare. Most of them you click on them and it's just about 70 million adverts pop up when you think, I'm not down. Bog off, mate.
You get as bad as me, 70 million.
It's a nightmare, mate. But like I say, I think it's hard to predict your starting 11. I don't believe there's any fresh injuries from the Leeds game. We've got a few people coming back. I wouldn't be surprised to say probably a similar lineup.
Same 11.
Similar lineup, yeah.
Probably,
Probably same 11.
Started against Leeds?
Possibly, yeah. That's what I'm expecting, yeah. Mepham didn't get used for Wales, so he'll come back fresh, no injuries.
Somebody pulled out, I think it was Job might have pulled out of the
England
squad,
pulled out of the England Elite, which is the under-21s. Don't know why they call it England Elite.
Somebody else who pulled out as well.
Dan Ballard got named in the squad but didn't go.
He
pulled out because he was injured. There was no point in taking someone who's injured because
I know.
If the Northern Ireland wanted to risk him in the play, then it made it worse. Then it's no good to us.
It's going to knock us up. Like you say, we're here at the internationals, but we're back to the club footy. We're top of the league. Everything's looking rosy at the minute. Touch wood.
No more international breaks until next year now.
Is it not? Oh, thank God for that.
I don't believe there is. If I'm wrong, I'm sure one of you will tell us.
Especially that. What was it? UEFA group carry on.
The Nations League.
That's a lot of shit.
Nation League. I hate that. It's a lot of. But they just brought that in just to make more money. But that's by the by.
Now then, Stephen, after we've waffled a bit.
It's short and sweet this one, to be fair though. It's because we've had the international break and there's been much else going on.
No, there's been much talk today. I've been quite bored with footy not being on.
Yeah.
But like you say, I was happy with the break. Now then, score predictions. We may as well crack them off. Do you want to go first? I know I said I would.
Well, no, you said you're going first. Go on.
I'm going
I need more time to think about mine because I haven't even thought about it.
Well, I'm not copying Stephen, believe it or not. Now I know a lot of these days, when they say you score, they'll try and copy because you always get it right. Where the 3-1. I think we're level at this season up to now.
No, we're not. Like I've had 2 right.
I've had 2 right?
No, you haven't.
Come back, somebody. Michael and you'll know. No, right, listen, Hull. They've got rid of a lot of talented players. You've got like Delapper went Ipswich. You've got a shit ton of good players. who was scoring goals as well. Hull City 0, Sunderland 4. And I've never done that in about 2-3 years.
Right, I'm saying Hull 0, Sunderland 3.
Oh, well, yeah.
So not far off, not far off.
I don't see us beating
I think we're going to keep a clean sheet.
Well, I do as well.
Well, I'm hoping we do as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going 3-0 Sunderland.
I can see being comfortable.
But because we're doing a live stream, it'll probably be 3-2 Hull.
More than likely,
You know what I mean?
you're more than likely going to be reached.
I'll tell you what. In fact, no, I was going to say, if we lose on Sunday, we're not doing another live stream.
I can't see that.
No.
Because we can't lose every live stream we're doing.
We've got to win one.
I know.
We'll start doing live streams for home games.
Just knock out the match.
Just to get a win.
Just to get a win on the stream.
Right,
That's about it, everyone.
That is indeed short and sweet.
Hit the thumbs up.
Subscribe if you're new. And with the lads!